This is CBS News Bay Area with Juliette Goodrich.
Good evening to you. I'm Juliette Goodrich, live from the nation's capital. We are inside the rotunda. We are taking a look at the life and legacy of the late Senator Dianne Feinstein. People walking the halls all day today, remembering her and what impact that they had when they were just talking face to face with her. She was quite remarkable. You know, her roots were in the Bay Area. That's where she began her career, all the way here to Washington, D.C. So we want to give you a little look back at her legacy. We're mourning the passing of this political icon. You know that Dianne Feinstein, she died at the age of 90 in her home here in Washington. She's California's longest-serving senator, and she was in this building just yesterday casting a vote on the Senate floor to avoid a government shutdown. Now, she started her long political career in San Francisco. She served as the city's first female mayor after the assassination of then Mayor George Moscone and Supervisor Harvey Milk. She guided San Francisco through some tumultuous times. Even as senator, she never forgot her roots. So this evening, so many people mourning their native daughter. We saw people leaving flowers outside her Pacific Heights home. Flags all over the city have been lowered, even here in Washington, D.C., all of them at half staff. Inside City Hall, where Feinstein once served as mayor, people had the chance today to sign a condolence book. Here is how they remembered her.
I thanked her for everything she did for the city of San Francisco in particular.
The Bay Area really appreciated knowing that no matter where she was, she knew that San Francisco was home.
Feinstein was a trailblazer for women with a long list of accomplishments, including the 1994 ban on assault rifles. She was also a fierce fighter for gay rights and helped guide San Francisco through the AIDS crisis of the 1980s. She meant a lot to the LGBTQ community, and that is why we're going to go live now to our Itai Had in the Castro, where people are remembering her and talking about her legacy. Itai.
Good evening, Juliette. Dianne Feinstein was one of the first office holders in the country to fight for gay rights, which earned her a lot of fans here in the Castro. And if you want to know how people are feeling here tonight, well, there's no better place to go than Louis' Barbershop. It's the oldest barbershop in the country. It's been here since 1931. It's closed now, but we were here earlier today talking to people. The mood here was somber throughout the day, and I can tell you, everyone here told us they feel as though they've lost one of their strongest allies in Washington. Barbershops are often places where people talk about everything under the sun. But today, there was only one topic of conversation: the death of Senator Dianne Feinstein.
She had been ill, 90 years old.
Steve Hawley has been cutting hair at Louis', a Castro institution, for more than a decade. He says Feinstein will be missed.
She was groundbreaking in what she was doing. I mean, she was one of the few legislators that were willing to support the LGBT community, so got to appreciate her for that.
Steve was lucky enough to meet the senator once, a moment he remembers fondly.
She stuck her face in the barber shop here before. She's very personable. She tries to get around, mingle with the community.
Throughout the Castro, the mood was somber on Friday, many remembering Feinstein as a trailblazer and a staunch LGBTQ ally.
I feel a real loss.
Andrea Yellow is the executive director of the Castro Community Benefit District. She says LGBTQ people owe Feinstein a tremendous debt of gratitude.
She's just an icon that is really going to be missed. We're going to miss her work. She was a workhorse, as someone described her this morning.
But not everything Feinstein did was without controversy.
She defied being put in any kind of a political box.
Former KPIX reporter Hank Plant covered Feinstein for years. He says early in her career, she took some actions as mayor that upset many in the community.
She started out being really kind of reviled by members of the gay community in San Francisco, because when she was mayor, she vetoed domestic partners legislation. In fact, the joke in the gay community at the time was that Dianne must think domestic partners is a house cleaning service.
In 1984, at the height of the AIDS crisis, Feinstein ordered that the city's bathhouses be closed, despite the fact that some health officials didn't deem it necessary. Several gay organizations fiercely objected, but she was quick to recognize the severity of the epidemic. For a time, her city budget included more money to fight AIDS than the federal government.
But DOMA denies these couples.
She was also one of only 14 senators to vote against the Defense of Marriage Act, which defined marriage as a union between a man and a woman. Steve believes the LGBTQ community will remember her kindly.
She was way ahead of the curve, so that, I think, will be her legacy.
It's incumbent on the board to take some action,
leaving her mark on history as a fighter for a community she loved. Certainly a lasting legacy here in San Francisco's Castro. Dianne Feinstein will surely be missed. Juliet?
Absolutely. Itai, thank you for that story. You know, even when the senator was here in Washington, she didn't forget about her Bay Area ties. In fact, today, Mayor London Breed said that the senator would often call her and reach out to her and ask her questions about the APEC conference or how things are going in the Tenderloin. And the mayor said she was a huge help during COVID.
I'll always remember that during the most difficult times, when things were challenging, I never had to pick up the phone and call her. She always immediately picked up the phone. She always had San Francisco top of mind.
Breed is only the second woman to serve as mayor after Feinstein. Our Kelsey Thord has more on how the late senator paved the way for countless other women.
Well, needs continue to pour in honoring the late Senator Dianne Feinstein. One word keeps being repeated, and that is trailblazer. The senator's career spanned over 50 years, and during that time, she was often the first woman elected to her position. Over the decades, she has broken countless glass ceilings and inspired many of the women who are in office today.
From her early days in government back in the 1970s, Dianne Feinstein was not shy about sharing her opinion that women deserve a seat in government.
I think that women are going to play an enormous role in the destiny of the world, in the quest for peace, in the solutions to poverty, in government.
Throughout her career, Feinstein was often one of only a few women, if any, in the room, but quickly became the first to rise to a position of power. In 1978, she was elected the first woman president of San Francisco's Board of Supervisors, and after the assassination of Harvey Milk and George Moscone, she became the city's first woman mayor. In 1984, while still in her position as mayor, Feinstein's name was floated as potentially becoming the vice presidential candidate on Walter Mondale's ticket. Here's a clip from an interview she did with KPIX at the time, where the reporter asked her if she was surprised her name was in the conversation for VP.
I think if I were a man, it would be there, very much so. I've been a good mayor, and I've done the right things for the city, and I intend to continue to do the right things for the city.
Feinstein was not ultimately picked as Mondale's running mate, but that didn't slow her down. In 1992, she was elected California's first female senator in what would become known as the Year of the Woman. She stayed in that position as senator for over 3 decades until her death, making her the longest-serving female senator in U.S. history. Kathleen Brown, the former treasurer of California, who worked with Feinstein for years, had this to say about her colleague and friend.
She's a legend, and her legacy is profound for the state of California, but I think greater than just the state, for women around the country and around the world.
Former Congresswoman Jackie Speer was also a longtime friend and colleague of Senator Feinstein's. She simply had this to say about the senator's legacy.
The legacy she leaves behind is one that will be unmatched for certainly my lifetime.
Now, leaders across the country as well as here locally have been sharing their stories about the late senator all day. We heard from Mayor Breed here earlier at City Hall. She shared a story where she said she actually thinks of Senator Feinstein still as the mayor of San Francisco, and that's because she would often call her office and give advice.
Governor Gavin Newsom also paying tribute today to the late Dianne Feinstein. In fact, he issued a statement. I'll read that in part. The governor saying, Dianne Feinstein was many things: a powerful, trailblazing U.S. senator, an early voice for gun control, a leader in times of tragedy and chaos. But to me, she was a dear friend, a lifelong mentor, a role model, not only for me, but to my wife and daughters, for what a powerful, effective leader looks like. But now the governor has the task of appointing what is so-called a caretaker, and in that, who will hold her seat through next year's election. It's a tough one. Dianne reports on the decision and how it's not an easy choice.
Elected officials say it's important to take the time to remember and mourn the passing of Senator Feinstein. But they say it's also important for the governor to quickly appoint a successor. Oakland political analyst Joe Tuman says Governor Gavin Newsom is facing a big dilemma.
It's a big deal. It's a very big deal because there aren't that many Senate seats available.
Newsom had previously said he would appoint a black woman, but not Representative Barbara Lee of Oakland, since she's running for Feinstein's Senate seat. Polls have shown Lee trailing her two opponents, Representatives Katie Porter and Adam Schiff.
If you give her the appointment, then she kind of leaps over everybody else.
Here's what Newsom said on Meet the Press 2 weeks ago.
That primary is just a matter of months away. I don't want to tip the balance of that.
But you're going to abide by it would be essentially a caretaker, an African-American woman.
We hope we never have to make this decision, but I abide by what I've said very publicly on a consistent basis, yes.
East Bay Congressman Mark DeSaulnier is supporting Lee for the Senate run. He says it's important Newsom acts quickly.
It's a difficult choice. It's a difficult choice for the governor because we've got a lot of talented people.
Feinstein sat on the Senate Judiciary Committee, which approves President Joe Biden's judicial nominees. Without her, Democrats might not be able to get any more federal judges through Congress this term.
We lose any votes for any period of time, and the Republicans have votes, then you don't have the power of the majority. So it's important to fill that position on judiciary.
South Bay Congresswoman Anna Eshoo supports Adam Schiff for the Senate. She says Newsom has the right approach.
I think that he will make a good call. I trust his values, and I think that whomever he chooses as a caretaker will do everything they can to represent California well.
A spokesperson for Newsom said on Friday no information yet on when or who the governor will appoint.
This is the Volkswagen Red and Gold Report.
The 49ers are known for having one of the most physical defenses in the league, and linebacker Dre Greenlaw is one of the reasons why. He's already come up with a couple big hits this season. Running back Christian McCaffrey is glad they're on the same team.
Everyone in the league knows who he is. He's somebody who reminds me a lot of like a Mike Tyson kind of guy. And he's a guy that when you know he's on your team, you feel a little edge of confidence. Every time 57 suited up, I know I feel great.
With the Red and Gold Report, I'm Andrea Nakano.
San Francisco's emblematic cable cars might not be here today without the work of Senator Feinstein. In the late 70s, she was able to secure millions in federal funding to keep the cable car system running. Just one of the many tangible impressions she's left on the city. Fleet Week begins Monday, and for the first time, the event will take place without its founder. Feinstein brought the annual celebration of armed forces to San Francisco in 1981. We might also have to have Feinstein to thank for the most famous moment in 49er history. Candlestick Park was battered by rainstorms leading up to the matchup of 1982 playoff matchup with Dallas. And Feinstein was worried about the deteriorating field. So she was part of the effort that eventually resodded it just in time to give Joe Montana and Dwight Clark solid footing to complete the catch and win. And for that, we leave you with the life and legacy and memories of Senator Dianne Feinstein. Live from the nation's capital, I'm Juliette Goodrich. It was a pleasure to be able to honor such a hardworking politician for our Bay Area and for our nation. Thank you for watching. We'll have continued coverage into the evening and at 11 o'clock tonight. We're still waiting for word on the memorial. We will certainly inform you when that is. Have a good evening.